Hey everyone, it's Brick Waffle here, and today I have a book to show you. Actually, that's not right. Today I have something very exciting to show you. It's not just that book, but you might have been able to tell from that quick intro that I am playing on a modded world right now. And this is a mod pack of my own creation called WaffleMods. I'm sure you can guess where that name came from. And it's got a bunch of different mods in it. It's sort of got some of the same stuff you see in other mod packs like Mod Sauce and Feed the Beast, but there's a few tweaks. I've removed a few things that I never really used myself. I've added a few things that I thought were neat, and one of the things I've added is Minecraft Comes Alive. And that's why I have this crystal ball on my hand. You start out with the world, brand new world. You can see there's taking inventory. I just got a new achievement. When I use this, it's going to send me with some very loud sounds. That's going to send me into this new enchantment table room, and this is just a one-time thing where you tell it what kind of person you are so that the villagers you interact with actually can react to you. You can get married, you can have children, you can give villagers jobs, you can hire them to do things for you, but I just need to tell it whether I'm male or female, male, and I prefer females, and I'm going to keep my name. And I can start out in a family, I can start out living alone, I can live in a village. I'm going to say I live alone. There's that very loud sound again, and what it does is it spawns a little starting house for you. Now that's interesting, and it might be considered a little bit cheaty to give yourself a starting house like that right away, but, you know, I didn't move anywhere from spawn, I just picked right here. That seems to be fine to me. It's not a huge amount of resources. And then when I find other villagers, I can actually, like I said, work on talking to them and giving them gifts and working relationships up, so it makes it a little bit more interactive. Now, real quick, I do want to go through here and do a couple of things. I want to make sure that I am not in cheat mode, because I am up on single player, obviously. But recipe mode is enabled, and then let's see what else we want to do. We want to go back to item subsets, and I'll look through the mods here. So you can see we have things like agricraft for doing crop creation and crossbreeding. We have some things like dust. We have applied energistics, baubles, buildcraft is in here, bibliocraft, better chests, big reactors. So I think a lot of these things, if you've played Mod Sauce or Feed the Beast, you'll recognize a lot of these. We did add Draconic Evolution in here, and another one that's fairly uncommon is the Mo Creatures mod, and this gives us a ton of new creatures to encounter as we play. A lot of other things like Ender Utilities, Ender Storage, all that good stuff. You can see here Minecraft Comes Alive, adds some new ore and some jewelry crafting. Mr. Crayfish's Furniture mod, this allows us to make all sorts of modern interactive furniture, refrigerators and ovens and microwaves and things like that. Nether ores, we still have Pam's Harvest Craft, Practicalities, Simply Jetpacks, Soul Shards Reborn, so we can make some very OP spawners, Twilight Forest, Thumbcraft, and Witchery. So we do have a bunch of different things. Hopefully you've seen some of those before. If you haven't, you'll get to see those here. And I thought I'd play around with this for a little bit today, do a quick episode on getting started first couple of days. If you guys do enjoy this and you'd like me to keep doing more of these videos, let me know and we can turn this into a Let's Play series. I know I haven't been on doing a lot of videos lately. My schedule has just been such that I haven't been able to make as many Minecraft videos as I would like. Hopefully that will change soon, but just in case, even if I'm not uploading videos with quite the same frequency, I still want to make them. I still want to do things that you guys find interesting, so part of that means you guys have to let me know what you enjoy on the channel. So I'm going to turn my options and sound down a little bit here. That's just getting to be a little bit much. And let's go ahead and go across here. Now we have this mountain with some coarse dirt and some lava and some trees. I have not actually seen this seed at all before, so that little island out there with our starting house may not be the best place. We may end up moving. It does look like there's supposed to be a creeper out there. Maybe he's underground or in the water. We do have Journey Map installed here, which, you know, some people think is a little bit too powerful, being able to see all the mobs and everything else. We can turn some of those things off. And wow, that's pretty handy. We have a little cave right here at the beginning. Some of that sand is kind of floating at the moment. But we do need to start out like we do in any day of Minecraft, so let's go ahead and break some wood here and make some tools. And that doesn't count for the achievements because it's not a vanilla wood. So just like any modded Minecraft, the achievement gathering process is going to be a little bit different. We'll probably have some of our better tools by the time we actually find a regular vanilla tree, and then we'll just go back and get some of those things. It's not a big deal. Alright, let's take this whole tree out because I don't like leaving floating treetops anywhere. Treetops? Why was that hard to say? Let's take this out. Now, the mod pack is currently in a kind of an alpha or beta state. I do have a couple of the block farmers testing this with me. They're doing some of the advanced things like building reactors and making some of the multi-block structures, making sure everything works. We've had a few crashes here and there. Some of these mods are using beta versions of the mods, and so that's causing a couple of problems here and there as well. I am going to make this mod pack available if you guys are interested to download. But bear with me right now. Like I said, it's beta, so there might be some bugs, there might be some crashes. I'm trying to fix those as I can. I have never made a mod pack until I started making this one, and I will tell you I have learned quite a bit in the process of doing that. And it sounds like might have had an email chime there. If you heard that, I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, making mods is or not making mods, I haven't done that yet at all. Making mod packs is actually much more complicated than I think most people realize. And I have a lot of respect for the people who manage things like Feed the Beast Infinity, which just has so many mods in it, or even Mod Sauce, when that was being actively maintained. There's a lot to do, and I can understand why people kind of end up saying, you know what, this is too much work, I just don't have other things to do, it's not fun for me anymore. The good news is I like playing on the mods, so I have every incentive to keep this thing running, and as long as I'm playing on it, I should be able to keep it up to date. That's great. If you guys decide you want to play it and I put it out for everybody and you find other things you want to tweak or add, absolutely go over to the forums, let people know what you're using. The Block Farmer forums are there for exactly this purpose, so we can kind of talk to each other and talk to people who watch our videos. Okay, so that's plenty of wood here for starting out. I'm probably going to keep that sapling to just plant back by the house. Let's go ahead and turn all that into planks for now. That was perfect, 64. And we'll get a crafting table, turn that into a crafting station just because I like those a little bit better. And let's make some sticks and get ourselves a pick. And that's really all we're going to do for a moment. We're going to go down in here and see if we can't get some stone and some other resources fairly quickly. We'll need to put that on our hotbar, won't we? Okay, so I have no idea what's in here. Obviously, I don't have any torches. I did see some coal up here, though, didn't I? Yeah, I know I broke that with a pick. Sorry. Here's some coal. That will help us get in here a little bit more safely. Hardened dirt. Okay, great. So we're in a canyon ravine, which means that this is going to be sort of like a mesa with a lot of dried dirt and everything else around. I'm not really sure what spawns in here. I haven't actually been in a canyon ravine in Biomes of Plenty in a long time, so this will be interesting for me as well. Let's see. That's actually pretty handy to get this much coal right off the bat. So we'll be able to make some torches and kind of poke around down there pretty safely. Now, when I set up the new world and I use that crystal ball to set my gender and all that good stuff, what that does is allows you to meet different villagers. I started to talk about this earlier, but once I find a village, I can take the villagers with me. I can craft a villager whistle, and it will make my family members follow me, or at least teleport to me if I'm close by. It does have limited range, so you can't just, you know, pop them in one place and then go through the nether 400 blocks and pop out somewhere else and whistle them to you. But it is helpful if we're trying to get them to follow us back here. Let's just do a few more torches. It can be helpful if you're trying to get them to follow you, because you can't really put leads on villagers, and that would be kind of wrong anyway, even if you could. So that whistle will be helpful as we go forward. Let's see if we can find some basic metals here. There's some osmium. Is that tin? Tin ore, yep. Copper ore, that's pretty good. I actually think, yeah, it is harvestable with wood. That's handy. Just like iron normally needs a stone pick, copper is actually fairly soft, so you can mine it even with a wooden pick. Osmium does say currently harvestable. Is that really harvestable with wood? It is. Okay, that's great too. So we're not too worried about that. Now there are some config tweaks. Some of this is not out of the box. So I have changed a few things. You'll see that if you download the mod pack. Mostly it's to make things a little bit more convenient for us. This is not meant to be a very hard mod pack, so if you're looking for something that's like, you know, brutal difficulty challenge, this is really not that. This is mostly just here to have fun and to do automation pretty easily. Now it occurs to me as I see the zombie that I have not made myself any weapons yet. So we're going to kill him with a wooden pick. It's probably not the best thing to do, but hopefully here we'll have a stone pick shortly. And let's go ahead and light the rest of this up while we're down here. And let's put a couple down here as well. And then we'll come back and start gathering. So let's see, here's a dirt block right there. Now nothing can get through. And let's light up the other side. And then it should be fairly safe for us to be down here. Great, couple dead ends, some iron. We've got a bunch of stuff. Yellowite, that'll be handy when we get to making reactors. So I'd say this is actually a pretty good little starting cave. Okay, so let's get some regular cobblestone here. Just at least a couple pieces to make ourselves a stone pick. Not because it's going to be super helpful for us, because we can get some of this without a stone pick, but it is going to let us get, or just a tiny bit faster for now. And let's do that. And, ooh, well, we don't have any more. All right, let's use this up too. Let's get a little bit more stone and make ourselves a stone sword as well. There we go. And probably need to make ourselves a furnace. Now I know, just like most mods, this does have mechanism. It has thermal expansion and Tinker's Construct and all sorts of things. I know there are much better ways to double ore, but in literally the first few minutes of playing, it's probably okay to make a furnace and not worry about it too much. So there's a furnace, and let's get a little bit more ore, or cobblestone rather, to make ourselves a sword. Okay, so there's that, and a couple cobblestone, there's a sword. Let's get our furnace out here as well. And we're going to burn up that pick real quick to smelt some copper ore. And we'll put the coal in behind that. And let's see if we can get some more copper real quick to put in there behind it. We don't want to do a whole lot with this. Sounds like there might be some mobs outside. That's one thing I hadn't fixed yet. Why can't I put you in there? Oh, because it's two different mod packs. There's thermal foundation, there's mechanism. So obviously I haven't gone through and fixed it so that it's all one kind of copper and that sort of thing. Once we get to Tinker's Construct and we start using their furnaces, it all smelts together. And there is the ore dictionary mod as well, which will let us do things like convert ore types between mods. So let's just put a hardened dirt here. This isn't really going to be blocked off very well, but that's okay. If anything comes down here, we should be able to fight it. Not too worried about it at this point. So we do have a little bit of copper cooking. That's fine. And once that last piece cooks here, I'm going to go ahead and put the other mechanism copper in as well. Oops, that's not copper. There it is. And then we should be able to make ourselves some decent tools, and that's industrial craft ore. So I do need to tweak the configs a little bit on the server that I have set up for block farmers testing. I think I did already fix this, so I might have to just fix it for single player. I think that's something I haven't done yet. So there shouldn't be any industrial craft ore generating in here. Like I said, that's okay. We can make an ore dictionary table. I wonder whether that even costs to convert. Let's just see ore. There we go. Is it ore dictionary? Oh, there's ore conversion table. So what is that recipe? It's jungle wood plant. I think probably any wood. Yep, and an ore converter. And that is a crafting table, cobblestone, and an iron ingot. So let's go ahead and get that iron at the back of the cave. We can make an ore converter, and that's going to be really easy to deal with this problem. You can do that pretty quickly. And I think we do need one more cobblestone as well. Let's grab that. Get him out of there. Cook up some of that iron. And we do need to make ourselves another crafting table. Okay, so once that iron cooks, we should be able to get that. So that's right. It was one of those, and one of those. And that over any kind of wood. Oh, any kind of vanilla wood, probably. Okay, so we may have to go out and find some trees to do that. Let's go ahead and get some more ore while we're down here. Copper oreberry bush, I'm going to leave that alone for now. Cinnabar, I'm not going to do Thaumcraft right this second. Lead ore I don't need yet. Here's some more copper. Yep. So this is actually a pretty good start. And you can see that some of the mods add things from 1.8 like diorite and andesite. Yeah, we'll get some tin too because we'll want to make bronze or brass at some point. And of course we want the yellowite as well. And most of these ores are, you know, they're fairly close to the surface, so they're easy to get with stone. You don't have to worry about having an iron pick or anything fancy like that. And with mechanism, you can make a tool called a paxel. And what that is it's a pick, an axe, and a shovel all in one tool, so it saves you some space on your hotbar. You can make those out of a lot of different tools, or a lot of different materials rather, including obsidian when you can refine obsidian with mechanism. That is a little bit more advanced. That's probably not something we're going to do right off the bat. But if we could find enough osmium to make an osmium paxel, that would be pretty great for a while. Copper would work too in a pinch. It's just, like I said, it's easier to have all that on one place on your hotbar and not have to worry about it. Aluminum could be useful too for making molds when we get to Tinker's Construct. We can make some aluminum brass with that. And let's get the regular Minecraft iron as well. So first few minutes of Minecraft are always about resource gathering, and this is no different. Modded just gives you a lot more options to choose from, different kinds of things to go after. And having a bunch of different metals now is actually going to be really helpful later when we need one or two pieces of something. We do want to find a village for a couple of reasons. Villages can give us villagers, which would be handy to help hire and help us do some work around the little house we have out there. And we can also potentially find a smelter in a village, and that saves us a lot of materials. Having to smelt up and make grout and cook that into the seared bricks to make the smeltery. I did a tutorial on that earlier on my channel, so if you're not familiar with Tinker's Construct, there is a tutorial about how to do that and how to make the most out of a smelter you find in a village. There's a little trick about removing the corners and saving yourself some blocks, making it a little taller. So we'll do that if we can find a village. And let's come over here. What do we have? Let's go ahead and grab the lead too. It's not hard to get. We're gonna have to make ourselves another tool here fairly soon. And I'm not gonna take some of the stuff just because, like Cinnabar, I can't really do anything with until I'm using Thaumcraft. So I'm gonna hold off. I know where this is. It's right near the house. It's gonna be easy to come back and get these things as well. And let's go ahead and get this tin. That's looking pretty good. Here's some more copper. A little block of grass there, some more tin. And again, this should be pretty nice because once we get the smeltery, we can turn all this into liquid metals, and that's all one set of liquid metals. So you can put whatever ingots you want in there or ores you want in there, and you'll pour it out as one kind of liquid, so that's a way you don't have to use the ore conversion table. But for now, I think that's going to do it for us. Let's see if there's anything really obvious right back here. Looks like a lot more copper, but we can come back here at any time. Oh, actually, that's a dead end. So let's go ahead and get the rest of this, then we'll head back up. And I'm sure there might be some other things hidden behind here. You can kind of see through the oreberry bushes sometimes. So you can look and see if there's anything really nice hiding right behind one of those. Go ahead and grab that coal as well. We are going to be running a little bit low on coal in the beginning. And once we get the smeltery set up, we're going to want lava as well. So we're going to have to make another portal and all that good stuff. So we will have to make better tools, get down low enough to get diamonds and get obsidian. All the normal things you do. Of course, you can always do the trick, especially because we're right near the ocean. If I can find a source of surface lava, more than that one little fountain I had outside. Ooh, charged Certus quartz. And that is doable with a stone pick. Awesome. That's going to be helpful for AE as well. Okay, that's a pretty lucky find, actually. And let's see if we can just... Yeah, let's just go ahead and make another table while we're down here. Not a big deal. Perfectly fine to do that. And let's just stick that guy right there. And let's make a few more sticks. We'll make a copper pickaxe for now. That's decent. It'll work. That's all we needed to do. Ooh, more charged Certus quartz. That is fantastic. Charging Certus quartz by hand is doable. But if you've ever played with AE, you know that it's kind of a pain. You have to put it in a little charger thing and crank that yourself, or use a vibration chamber with coal to charge it up. And it can be kind of difficult to do. You need charged Certus quartz to get started with really anything in AE. So finding it in our first few minutes is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and put another torch down. And copper is a little bit faster than stone, but not quite as good as iron. I mean, there's a lot of different tiers of materials in modded, as you guys are probably familiar if you've seen any modded Minecraft before. If you haven't, then please let me know what you think. If this is your first time seeing any modded, I'd be kind of surprised. There's a lot of modded videos out on YouTube these days. But if you haven't done anything with it, yeah, let me know what you think. If this appeals to you, great. I would love to hear that. If you just want to see me do regular vanilla videos, I'm happy to do that too. I will always play modded, but if you don't want to watch me play that and you'd rather just watch vanilla, that's fine. I can do that. Okay, and let's see if we can get out of here in a reasonable way. Put that torch back somewhere. That looks good for now. And regular Certus quartz, still useful. A little bit more tin on the way out. Looks like one block there. I love the way the marble looks in this texture pack, so we'll come back and get some of that as building materials later. A little bit more copper and tin. Really just going to kind of clear this place out, except for the stuff that's only useful for Thaumcraft. Oh, and that was the sound of there might be something interesting nearby. So we'll have to come back and check for that too. Okay. That's looking pretty good so far. Looks like it's getting to be daytime. We'll grab this coal and see if we can get this lead as well. There we go. And a little bit more copper. I'm not going to try to get that coal in the ceiling. I do see it, but that's going to be too far to get relatively easily. And a little, oh man, more charged Certus quartz. You guys probably saw that earlier in the video and we're pointing that out. Okay, yeah, good enough. We've got more ore we can get. Not really worried about that at this point. Okay, this is right here on the floor. I should get it. But let's take all of this stuff with us. And yeah, I'm going to break this with a pick. I don't care. It's fine. So let's go back to the house. We'll drop our ores off there. We'll start smelting some things as well. Oh, hello, creepers. See if we can do this without dying, because we have no armor whatsoever. Nope. Yeah, that was close. That was definitely close. We have no food either, which can be a little bit of a problem for us. We do have a lot of coral and things down here. Can't eat the coral, but we might be able to eat the kelp if we can find any of that. Let's see some kelp out there in the distance. Algae. Can we eat the algae? I don't remember. Let's see if we can. Get up on land. No? And what are the uses for algae? Nothing. Okay. So that's not going to be that helpful for us. Yeah, okay. We'll go inside, we'll make a couple chests, we'll put our stuff down, and then we will quickly figure out where we need to go to get some food and some other materials. So let's throw you in the corner there, and we're going to make ourselves... Actually, 4 chests seems about right, so we'll go ahead and do that. And just do that for now. So let's see. Metals all in one chest. I'll put all those in there. And that guy. And then we'll put kind of everything else in the other chest. Oops, we do want to plant you before we leave. And we want to put you guys down. Okay, so let's see. Put a furnace over here in the corner. Just for now. This is all temporary. Oops, don't want to cook any graphite yet. And let's go ahead and start cooking. Oh, I can also make drying racks and dry the rotten flesh. That's probably something else to do here. So I think I need... Yeah, perfect. So we'll get a couple of those. We'll just hang this right over the door. And we'll get our rotten flesh. And we'll start curing that into monster jerky. And let's see, what else do we do? Let's do some iron. We already have one of those. Let's put the already smelted stuff down there. And let's get the osmium ore as well. We only have 3 of that. Actually, let's go ahead and do the big numbers first, especially if we're going to be gone for a while. We can do all of the copper ores together. So, put some iron in there. And we didn't have enough stone to actually make another... Oh, we do. Good. We can make it another furnace or 2. Oops. Let's do 2 more furnaces. Put those, and let's just take that out. Oop. Copper, and copper. And once that's done, we'll go ahead and put the other copper in here, and then we'll have plenty of that to make tools and armor and all sorts of good stuff. That, however, is enough to make a bucket, which we could use while we were out. Oops, that could be very helpful for us. And let's put those away. Let's go ahead and plant that sapling while we're waiting. And let's just stick him right there. That'll be fine. He'll grow eventually. There's that. And our copper. Perfect. Let's go ahead and make an iron shovel, because we're going to need that, at least in the short term while we're out and about adventuring. And that's the way I usually prefer to do that. Okay, great. We should probably go ahead and get some more tools. We have a little bit more of that. Let's just make a stone axe as well, because we're going to need some more lumber when we get out there. There we go, good enough. And everything else can go back in here. We'll keep that. And actually, let's go ahead and throw this ore conversion dictionary in there as well. We need to find some regular wood. And we should be good. Okay, so now we're ready to go start our little adventure with 3 hearts and a half a bar of hunger. That's probably not the best way to start. Now, if I look at journey map and I hit J, I should be able to see there's really nothing out here around us. We just need to go towards the main landmass, and hopefully that's not all pine. Looks like we have something else down here. That could be a bit of a run, but that's all right. Where is the sun right now? Whoop, in the water. Okay, so it's almost noon. That's pretty good. Not too worried about that. We're going to try to stick to land as much as we can. And we'll grab some things like sugarcane. We got plenty of cactus near us, not too worried about that. We do need to watch out for quicksand while we're out here. Whoops, there's that sound again. Yeah, quicksand is kind of dangerous in desert areas. And actually it looks like we've got a couple of different lava sources here. We got one down at the bottom. Yeah, and then one up here. So we have at least 2 buckets of lava. Maybe more if there's some interior lakes. And there's a snake that we want to try to avoid for now. Actually, let's kill it. And this is from Mo Creatures. If we can get a snake egg from him, we can raise our own pet snake. Oh, I think we did too. We'll leave the raccoon alone for now. Let's go ahead and put a dark snake egg down. And after we give that a few minutes, you'll see that this will bounce around a little bit and it'll hatch. Don't like bees. They can be a little scary. But if we try to leave, you'll see it'll warn us here in a second, I think, that if you leave too far, your egg won't hatch anymore. There it goes. Egg hatching soon. Keep watch. So we do need to do that. And what will happen is it'll pop up a thing to rename the snake egg as soon as it hatches. And then we'll have our named snake pet. Let's see. While you're walking around, pretty easy to name your snake www if you're walking forward. Let's go ahead and chop this tree down anyway. Since we have to hang out in the area anyhow. Alright. See if that's enough to get to the top. Oh, there it goes. Let's call him Fang. That's a silly snake name. It's very easy. But now we have a pet snake. Boy, I really misjudged that. Okay, let's keep going up. But these are some tall pine trees, aren't they? My goodness. Okay, now let's chop back down. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't count as regular lumber for things like the ore conversion table or even the achievement, getting wood. We do need to find some vanilla logs, and it looks like if we look at our southwest on the map, we should be able to find some, so I'm not too concerned. This is mostly just to kill some time while we're waiting for a snake. Alright, Fang. Hey there, guy. Let's go. And he might just hang out. He might go with me. I think you can actually right-click him with an empty hand to pick him up and carry him around. Is that right? Yep, there we go. So now I have a snake on my shoulder. And right in my face, apparently. There he is. So we're going to carry Fang around with us for a little while. If you guys are creeped out by snakes, I'm sorry. But we don't want to lose him. Ooh. Oh, actually, he takes damage when we fall, too. So let's be careful on that. We do want to take him home and leave him at the house. And he's just kind of a pet. There's really no... He's not a combat pet like a wolf, I don't think. I don't think they'll fight anything for you. And apparently you can't swim with them. So we're going to leave that alone as well. Okay, so we'll come back and get him on the way back. It looks like we have some bamboo over here, and hopefully that is an oak tree or something else, vanilla rather than a pine tree. Let's see. What do we have here? Acacia leaves, that's a good sign. There we go, getting wood. And that means we can turn that into planks, and we can make our ore dictionary. So really what we need to do is find a little bit of food, and we're going to be all set. Crops would be wonderful. We might be able to get some crops out of breaking some of these grass here. Oh, and there's a bear. We do not want to mess with the bear, especially if he's a grizzly. Might just be a brown bear. He might not be too aggressive, but we'll find out here soon. Okay, what do we have there? Is that carrot seeds? Okay, good. So we have a way to get a little bit of food. And that looks like some other seeds. One of the things that AgriCraft does is it makes regular seeds for all the crops, all the vanilla crops. And that's going to be helpful for crossbreeding later, but for now, we just want something we can plant easily, harvest easily, and eat. We might be able to get some food from the bear. We might be able to get some hide, but with 2.5 hearts, I'm probably going to be coming back for my stuff if I try to take the bear down right now. What do you guys think? Should I go for it? It's a pretty silly idea. Yeah, it's early on. Worst thing that happens is I die. Whoop, whoop, nope, nope. Okay, I got him. And no meat, but we did get a little bit of hide. And we are running really low on everything. So let's go ahead and go home. Man, I don't really like hopping this much when I'm this low on food. The embarrassing thing would be to die to fall damage right now. Or to touching a cactus on the way home, which I could easily do as well. What do we have here? The fly, don't need that. Okay, so we should be able to get back like this. Hey Fang, how's it going, buddy? Let's not drown while we're trying to pick... I wonder if we can't probably pick him up at all now, can we? Because he's going to fall again immediately. What if we're walking and not swimming? Can we get you here? Nope. Okay, well, best of luck, Fang. We have another snake egg. We can replace you. We will miss you. Alright, so Fang's going to live out the rest of his life in this little alcove here. And while he's doing that, we are going to go home. I don't think raccoons drop anything useful. They're just meant here to be kind of cute little ambient critters. But at this point, we are desperate for food, so we're going to find out. Okay, he dropped a little bit of fur. And butterflies don't drop anything useful. A lot of the mobs are here just for aesthetic purposes, and they really don't drop anything you need. But man, we need to get home before it gets dark, because all it's going to take is one skeleton to shoot me, and it's over. Or those snakes actually could mess with me up pretty good. Regular snakes can be aggressive. Yep, they're Looks like they might be looking at me now anyhow. Let's try to avoid them. And keep seeing that one creeper. He must be underground or underwater. So let's come back in here and see how we did with all of our smelting. See if we can get over this fence. Perfect. We are safe again. Okay, so let's grab this monster jerky, and we need to eat that like right now, so we don't die from starvation. There's some copper, some different copper, some more different copper, and oops, we need to grab this thing too. Great. So there's an acacia wood plank and an ore converter. Now we have an ore conversion table. Fantastic. All right, we'll throw him over here, and we're going to throw this copper in, and we could say, oh yeah, we like it all to be thermal foundation. So put that in, get thermal foundation out. And we'll put that in and get thermal foundation out. Perfect. So now we have a lot of copper, and let's do some very helpful things here in the early game. We'll make some armor. All of this out of copper. It's not great, but we have a lot of it, and that's helpful. And being able to convert between the types is extremely useful as well. So let's throw that all on. You can see it's only 4 armor. It doesn't last very long, but it is better than nothing. Let's see what else we can do. Not a lot yet. We can't really do much with 1 fur or 1 hide, but we can make armor out of that eventually as well. We'll keep that pine and logs. We'll go plant. Oh, yeah, let's throw that around and punch the ore conversion table. Take that. Let's try not to die out here, but if we do, not too bad. We haven't started. We haven't done much yet. Throw that guy over there. And then the next thing we need to do is make ourselves a hoe so that we can get started on some crop manipulation here. There's a hoe. We'll plant our sugarcane outside as well. Looks like, oh, I see him over there. Looks like we're not too bad off yet. So let's plant all that. And then we're going to need to hoe in our field. We're going to do that in the backyard. And let's go ahead and get a bucket of water while we're out here, and then we should be able to do this more or less safely. So having the starting house is nice. We're going to go ahead and do that. Let's see, where can we put the bucket? Water will go out for 4 in every direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That means here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, great. So we'll do that. And then we just need to hoe up all of our ground. And like I said, as soon as I see a skeleton, it's probably going to kill me. But this is spawn, so I should spawn right back in the house or on top of it or somewhere close by. And we're going to leave the rest of that alone for now. We can always make this bigger later. We're just about out of uses on our hoe anyway. There's that dirt. Let's get some carrots and some potatoes and some barley planted. Don't really need belladonna yet. So let's see. We'll get some carrots, 1, 2, 3. Some barley, 1, 2, and a potato, 1. And we'll let all of that grow as well. Okay, so that's probably going to do it for now. I think this is a pretty good start. I don't even have a bed yet. I don't want to sit here and wait for daytime. Oh, hey, they could walk right down in there, couldn't they? I could have been blown up very quickly. So we'll have to do a little bit of cleanup around here. Don't like having those walls where they can drop right into the garden. We'll do that next time. So if you did like this video, please hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been BrickWaffle. Thank you for watching.